welcome to this wonderfully happy occasion. I formally declare this congregation of the University of Portsmouth open. Please be seated.
Chancellor, my University Executive Board colleagues, heads of school, members of the University of Portsmouth community, colleagues, distinguished guests, graduates, parents, family and friends. I'm delighted to be here with you today on this important occasion in our graduates' lives and careers. To each of you, I offer my congratulations. What you have achieved in completing a degree qualification is a significant educational accomplishment. Regardless of your chosen field of study, graduation signifies the culmination of several years of hard work on your part. And while today is a celebration of your efforts, I might also add that it's a time for us to thank our academic and professional staff who have been absolutely committed to helping you to achieve your learning goals. Finally, I thank the family and friends, employers, colleagues, and mentors who have also played an important role in the success of each graduate. You can all be justly proud of your efforts. At this juncture, I think it's appropriate that you, our graduates, should stand up and with a warm round of applause, join me in thanking your family and friends who are here today. So why don't we all stand up and thank them. Thank you. Please be seated. Yep, thank you. While this is a day of celebration, it's also an occasion that represents a point of departure from studying at the University of Portsmouth to a new stage where you have the opportunity to make your mark in the community, whether that is at a local, regional, or indeed a global level. The university has endeavored to instill in you a body of knowledge and a set of qualities that will prepare you for your future life. However, the true value of your University of Portsmouth education lies in how you transfer this knowledge for the greater good of your communities. On that note, allow me to reflect on the importance of this body of knowledge and the value of a university education to connect more directly and boldly with the large questions of our time. We live in times of great economic, political, and cultural change. And the challenge today is to take the best of our insights, experiences, and knowledge and turn them into actions in order to improve people's lives and prospects. In response to these prevailing pressures of our times, let me remind you about the purpose of higher education. For me, it's about self-fulfillment, personal development, and the pursuit of knowledge as an end in itself, the provision of skills of critical analysis and independent thought to support full participation in civil society, the preparation of leaders for diverse global environments, and support for a highly productive and professional labor force. More importantly, these sentiments must be contextualized against a backdrop of globalization and internationalization of education. This has inevitably meant the significant movement of students, academics, and programs across national and cultural boundaries, rendering the world a mere global village. At 24 years of age this year, the University of Portsmouth is one of the world's top 100 universities under 50 years of age, according to the Times Higher Education rankings of this year. In addition, according to that same ranking, we're amongst the top 2% of universities in the world. And your university is on the move, with the Guardian League table placing us amongst the top third of UK universities. These are remarkable achievements that we are very, very proud of, and we hope that you are too. We at the university remain aspirational, energetic, and committed to change and success, ensuring an enduring partnership with each of you. There's little doubt that the knowledge, skills, and values that you have developed during your University of Portsmouth studies will help you become leaders within your community into the future. We want you to be successful because your successes and achievements will reflect well upon your university. And of course, the successes of the university as it continues on its journey will reflect well on you. I urge you to use your new credentials from the university to good effect. We live, as I've said, in particularly unsettling times where the world is facing problems of enormous gravity. But we also inhabit a planet where there is an unprecedented connection between peoples. More than at any other epoch, we're interdependent on people we have never encountered. The colossal issues and problems we face, economic, environmental, religious, and political, are global in their scope. They have no hope of being solved unless people once distant come together and cooperate in ways they have not done before. As our most recent graduates, which you will be shortly, you will undoubtedly bring a unique perspective to these issues and their impact on our communities. I have no doubt that it's amongst our newest graduates that the solutions to some of the most challenging and intractable problems will be found. As Drew Faust, the president of Harvard University, recently observed, she said, "Higher learning can offer individuals and societies a depth and breadth of vision absent from the inevitably myopic present. Human beings," Faust said, "need meaning, understanding, and perspective as well as jobs. The question should not be whether we can afford to believe in such purposes in these times, but whether we can afford not to." As we celebrate your achievements, we're also looking to the future and the phenomenal potential you have to benefit your community. Your study has empowered you to cultivate strong roots within your community to allow you to maintain links with local issues and struggles, whilst realizing that these are inextricably linked to global imperatives. Together, we're on the way to shaping the future. Futures are forged by the choices we make today and the way we decide to transfer the knowledge that we have acquired and to make our own ripples throughout our world. Today is just the beginning of a lifelong relationship with your university as members of an international community of Portsmouth graduates. Please make use of our excellent Alumni Association and keep in touch as you continue your journey through life. Continue to live by the values of your university in all that you do. Be responsible, be open, and be ambitious. In all that you do, never settle for second best. It's an honor for me to address you on a day in which you celebrate one of life's great milestones. Your family and friends have supported your ambition, drive, and focus. I wish you every success and encourage you to be bold and give back to the very communities that have not only sustained you, but have enabled you to shape a better future for all of us. Thank you. Chancellor, the University has resolved to confer the degree of Doctor of the University honoris causa upon Anne Stevens, MBE.
Chancellor, it gives me great pleasure to present today Anne Stevens for the award of the honorary degree of Doctor of the University. Anne is a multi-talented, experienced, award-winning business leader who has held global executive roles within leading multinational corporations such as IBM, CSC, and more recently, Rio Tinto. She is widely recognized for outstanding leadership, particularly for her positive focus on all people's matters, as an expert in strategy, culture change, executive appointments and succession planning, mergers, acquisitions and restructuring, talent management, and leadership development. Anne is a thought leader on gender balance and inclusion, who passionately promotes the progression and advancement of women in business. This was recently recognized with the Global Inspirational Woman Award at the Women's International Network Conference in Rome in 2015. Given these remarkable achievements, Anne's background is not exactly what you would normally expect. Anne left school at the age of 16. She had strong working ethics gained from her family. She spent 7 years in the civil service, where she trained in finance and taxation. When she joined IBM in 1979, the training opportunities allowed her to develop her skills and quickly raise to senior management positions. By her own account, Anne was lucky to experience excellent training opportunities, including a sponsored MBA. However, she also encountered that this belief, well known to generations of women, that being married and with the desire to have children, she was actually serious about pursuing a professional career. She had 2 children while at IBM, and the company's initial expectation was that she couldn't possibly be genuine in her determination to return to work. Well, graduates, she did go back to work, and she's a living example that women can have a family and a glowing career. This is not the only example of Anne's behavior not conforming to company norms. When she joined Rio Tinto as Vice President People and Organization, Anne didn't know anything about mining and was not an obvious fit for the company leadership model. She traveled to the most remote parts of the globe to gain first-hand experience of the working conditions underground. She went to Mongolia, to Madagascar, and she really went down the mines to see how people work conditions were. I believe that this may not have been on the job description of the global leadership role she was employed to fulfill. Not surprisingly, though, Anne was very successful in achieving greater integration of practices in Rio Tinto's copper mines across the world. Anne is one of those extraordinary people who has the ability to combine very demanding top leadership roles in global companies with positions on advisory board of international organizations, with being board mentor to other leaders, in particularly women, with considerable involvement in charities and the local community, and family commitments. People who know Anne describe her as the most energetic and authentic person they know. Anne, one of your friends said to me, and I quote, "With Anne, what you see is what you get." I'm sure that this is part of your secret. Other qualities associated with Anne in my conversation with people who know her well are loyal and generous of spirit. When Anne left Rio Tinto in 2015, she decided to devote herself to non-executive roles, board mentoring and promoting women in business, and to working with charities, in particular Over the Wall, a charity for sick children and part of the Hollywood icon Paul Newman's Serious Fun network. Over the Wall provides free recreational camps for children living with life-changing illnesses and their families. True to her style, Anne doesn't sponsor charities from an armchair. She gets fully involved in their activities. In her LinkedIn profile, she describes being a volunteer in a serious illness camp in Dorset as, and I quote, "one of the most powerful and moving experiences I've ever had. I never felt as humbled, rewarded, and exhausted in a good way than when at camp." People trust Anne because she has remained true to her principles, and while giving 100% to her professional commitments, Anne has always had time for friends and family. She truly has the ability to walk with kings without losing the common touch. Importantly, she's a lifelong supporter and a shareholder of Portsmouth Football Club and a season ticket holder. Although she has had a very varied career that has seen her traveling across countries and continents, Anne has never forgotten her roots and cherishes her local friends, often organizing their regular get-togethers and parties. She's a devoted mother, daughter, and sister. Anne, you ought to share with us and our graduates your secret. Chancellor, I present Anne Stevens for the degree of Doctor of the University, honoris causa.
By the authority of the University, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of the University, honoris causa. Many congratulations.
Wow. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of faculty, family and friends, and fellow graduates, to whom I offer my sincere congratulations on all of your hard work and, of course, your successes. My gratitude to Professor Proschetto for her generous words, and to the University of Portsmouth for honouring me with this prestigious award. What better way to be recognised than in your own city? A city where I was educated, in more ways than one, where I got married, where my children were born, and where my career started. A fantastic city with stacks of history, an exciting future, and a frustrated football team. Absolutely marvellous. It's fair to say I was both surprised and humbled when I got to hear about this award, in particular because, unlike you, my success has not been earned by hours of academic study, but rather by a long, in fact very long, business career, combined with an inbuilt passion for supporting and developing others, and in particular women, in all walks of life. To say this recognition is much appreciated would be the greatest understatement of all time. In receiving this award, I pay tribute to the role models throughout my life and my career, in particular my parents, who always taught me to be independent, courageous, some would say challenging, but above all authentic. To the business leaders who supported me and sponsored me, despite my very individual and non-corporate approach to leadership and to business. And to my good friends and family who have been with me through thick and thin over many years and who have always kept my feet firmly on the ground. And of course, my fantastic children who have shown me the way of the digital native and given me a fresh perspective on life. Looking back on my 45 years in business, I reflected on what advice I might offer to those of you embarking on an exciting new future. And for what it's worth, my insights are these. Never lose your curiosity. It's vital to stay aware of what's going on in the world around us, no matter how busy we become. Be flexible, be open, and actually be mobile. Don't be afraid to go and explore the world. Be courageous, be determined, be brave enough to take some risks, and at times, when it's appropriate, be bloody difficult. But above all, be yourself. I have learned that in this life, nothing is guaranteed, but everything is possible. As you've heard, I left school at the age of 16. I had few qualifications and no real plans for my future or a career. In those days, it was probably assumed by most, if not all, that I would perhaps get a job, get married, become a housewife, become a mother, but almost certainly not a global business leader. Who would have thought back then that one day I would be working all over the world, with local communities in the South Gobi Desert, in Mongolia with nomadic herdsmen, eating goat's curd and sleeping in a gur, or travelling all day in an armed convoy on a narrow, windy mountain road high up into the Andes to investigate a tragic accident, only to find the road blockaded right at the top of the mountain by protesters and having to turn all the way around and come right back down the mountain again before trying once more the next day. Or being 1.5 kilometres underground in a copper mine in South Africa to negotiate with local workers. Taking tea with an elderly Chinese diamond billionaire. I will never forget that crumpled suit and the freshest white trainers I've ever seen. And I guess finally, just thinking about breaking bread with Aboriginal elders, mostly women actually, the traditional landowners of a diamond mine on sacred ground deep in the outback of Western Australia. And so many more exciting adventures that I could never have foreseen. And so my message is, rather than accept the status quo, I encourage you now to imagine what you might achieve and strive to make it happen. In whatever field you are in, you can be someone who creates change, brings clarity for others, and pushes boundaries. You can be a leader and an exemplary role model through respect and acceptance of others, irrespective of gender, age, ethnicity, or background, through ethical behavior, and most importantly, positive, healthy relationships with all of those around you. In a digital world where everything and everyone is connected, and where the career of the future will be one of many roles, projects, and experience, I can't stress enough the importance of those professional relationships and of a good personal relationship, reputation, which will become increasingly important for your success. Intelligent use of humour, in my view, is a very important skill, and one that has certainly helped me out on numerous tricky occasions. I recommend that you develop this attribute and don't be afraid to use it wisely. There will inevitably be times when things don't go your way, perhaps when others don't support you, or you don't get the outcomes you deserve. Something I have learned the hard way is not to take these setbacks personally or too much to heart. When I was younger, I often fell foul of the most natural emotional reactions, but over time I came to realize that not all business decisions are personal, even if often they feel that way. With some difficulty, I should confess, I eventually acquired the ability to manage my personal feelings enough to stay objective and focus on moving forward rather than wallowing in despair about what might or should have been. There is, of course, no perfect or precise recipe for success, but as you step further into the world of business, I offer you one final thought. Always keep your friends close to you and your enemies even closer. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, Professor Pescetto, University of Portsmouth, I thank you once again for this honour. I receive this award with the utmost of gratitude, with humility, and most certainly with pride. Thank you.
Let me quickly tell you what's going to happen as our students are preparing to come on stage so that we can begin the actual ceremony today. And the main purpose of today and the part that we're all here for and looking forward to is, of course, the graduation of our students. But before we do, there's some formal words that myself and the Chancellor have to officially say to confirm that everyone who is graduating has the right to do so. Here they are. Okay. Chancellor, I certify that all those presented at this ceremony have successfully completed their studies and have satisfied all the conditions and requirements of the university.
By the authority of the university, I confirm that all those who are duly qualified are hereby admitted to the awards for which they are presented.
Chancellor, I present to you the following successful candidates from Accounting and Financial Management for the award of Bachelor of Arts in Accountancy and Financial Management with first-class honours, UNITA. Noor Binti Shabuddin. With first-class honours, Shi Yan Chen. Jia Hui He. Guo Sun. Cheng Yang Hao. With first-class honours, Yong Hu. Mahathir Jamar. Wan Yenjia. With first class honours, Tian Shi Li. Xin Xin Li. Yuan Ji Li. Pei Leun. With first class honours, Meng Yue Lin. Wen Lin. Yu Di Lin. With first class honours, Jin Shan Liu. Nurul Asikin Mohammed Tariq. Yuan Tian. Yining Wong. Ming Yan. Ji Hao Yan. Yang Yang. With first class honours, Hao Ran Yao. And with first class honours, Xin Yi Jun. Sorry, correction. Oh, sorry, Jin Hee. Mei Hua Zhou. Yue Ming Zhao. And for the award of Bachelor of Arts in Accounting and Business, Thomas Davies. Rebecca Dolman. With first class honours, Emma Hammond. And with first class honours, Shannon Koto. Pradeep Mabanta Mudlia. Daniela Marin. With first class honours and the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants Prize for Best Accounting Student being presented by Linda Hanson, Kelly Peachy. Deborah Sandra Ganasukuma. With first class honours, Matthew Smith. With first class honours, Abby Wakefield. And for the award of Bachelor of Arts in Accounting with Finance, Darren Adarinto. Ibu Kunalowa Adateo. With first class honours, Prasanta Dikari. Inemotimi Ebiagama. Oluwatosin Iola. With first class honours, Jonathan Aldridge. Mohammed Juhel Ali. Jamie Berry. And with first class honours, Harry Bishop. Danielle Brown. June Lam Chai. Shua Chi. Chen Chin. Panayotis Christofi. And with first class honours, Max Courtine. Andrea Costi. Daniel Cullen. Sebastian Diademo. Musukeba Darbu. Abdulaziz Daoud. And with first class honours, Uwas Dida. And with first class honours, Deepika Dillon. And with first class honours, Sabrina Tefti. Michaelis Epifanio. Krishna Garong. Galatia Hajadrafti. Sabia Hack. And with first class honours, Kin Ming Kenny Howe. Jia Howe. Su Xin Wong. And with first class honours, David Hutchins. Emmanuel Izulu. Yahan Zhou. Xiao Benjin. Rafael Casapis. Hajira Hanom. Bernice Kinua. Przemysław Kołodziejczyk. Andrzej Konstantino. With first class honours, Georgios Konstantino. Tonderai Kudenga. And with first class honours, Jack Lane. And with first class honours, Ian Lee. Hao Lei. Charmaine Leong. And with first class honours, Ji Seong Liao. Kaki Roshisha Leong. Nesta Leong. And with first class honours, Samson Lee. Meng Shai Lee. Chi-on Edward Lim. With first class honours, Hilary Lim. Chi Hung Lin. Hangjin Liu. Yutong Liu. With first class honours, Sophia Lower. With first class honours, Rosanna Luciano. With first class honours, Yuna Leo. Saifuddin Malin. And with first class honours, Michael Takutsa Morga Madeira. And with first class honours, Simon Marshman. Bikram Mehta. Anna Messio. Mahmoud Mohammed Mahmoud. Nurul Siafaiza Mohd Bizanundin. The first class honours Najwa Mohd Khalid. The first class honours Natash Tariro Mabawa. Badeus Fasri. Paul Matafia. Christina Navikati. Marios Neofitu. Gloria Oganyemi. With first class honours, May Thazin U. And with first class honours, Theodore Otukuo. Tololope Christos Hoyuniran. And with first class honours, Amit Pankania. And with first class honours, Christophoros Papapetro. And with first class honours, Matthew Parry. Adriana Pitachova. Joe Plenty. Vishal Pradhananga. And with first class honours, Panayotis Prokopio. Balraj Punya. Nakuka Rai. Timothy Rebello. With first class honours, Dalton Rogers. Zara Samantha. With first class honours, Neil Savla. And with first class honours, Amy Scott. Sagar Shah. Valmata Shihu. Matthew Sherman. And with first class honours and the Bose Financial Accounting Prize, Elena Scapari. First class honours, Matthew Smith. Eva Stiliandu. Tian Hong Su. Zitian Sun. And with first class honours, Hon Hao Tan. Magdalene Tan. With first class honours, Lauren Taylor. With first class honours, Rebecca Taylor. Sapana Thapa. Marios Dialogou. Danielle Thomas. And with first class honours, CJ Ting. Mariam Sinarian. With first class honours, Su Chiang Weng. Wei Jin Yao. Shannon Zhou. Ashish Burathoki. Moazez Khan. Hamza Malik. Qian Wang. And for the award of Bachelor of Arts in Finance and Business, with first class honours, Fenan Emmanuel. With first class honours, Thomas Marriott. Gemma Narachman. Deji Okanei. Diana Popescu. And for the award of Bachelor of Arts in Finance and Management, Ming Qian Chen. Tianze Chen. Joy Ede. And with first class honours, Ewan Egner. Ryan Harris. Connor Harvey. Ben He. Yun Zijiang. Hongzhe Jin. With first class honours, Sophie Kay. Joshua Kelleher. Jaden Cole. Cho Yin Lo. Liam Levy. Taiyuan Lin. And with first class honours, John Mabe. Adnan Mia. Ankit Nei. Tang Tong Gwen. Fan Gwen, Gwen. Christina Sard. Sukhjit Sindra. Jasprit Singh. Yaik Tang. Suman Teji. Wong. And with first class honours, Xishan Wei. Li Young. Fortuno Tuzi. Farouk Alaka. And for the award of Bachelor of Arts in Finance with Business Communication, Guang Tong Chen. Aixiang Gao. Zhang Zhang Kang. Xin Pen Leong. Ying Tong Liu. Aidon Tang. Xilian Tiang. Jia Hao Zhong. Jia Hui Zhong. Ying Chen Yang. By Ademoye Williams Thompson. And for the award of Bachelor of Arts in International Finance and Trade with first class honours, Mark Clark. And for the award of Bachelor of Science in Finance with first class honours, Felix Apalisok. With first class honours, Jordan Barbier. With first class honours, James Froud. With first class honours, Sophie Green. With first class honours, Claire Hazlett. And for the award of Master of Science in Financial Decision Analysis, Don Kamal Malinga Amara Sekara. Mara Eveline Bonta. Wei Xiang Chan. Fang Jia Ji. Yabing Jiang. Xiao Qingjin. With distinction and the Faculty Prize for the Best Student on MSc Financial Decision Analysis, Peter McCullum. Sarah Mills. Sayumpan Nawara. Bishafam Payathanavong. Stefania Pushkasu. Yaomia Young. Yulin Du. Wan Sen Sai. For the award of Master of Science in Forensic Accounting, Wafa Al-Galani. Vivia Harlambus. Asish Tabi. And with distinction, and the Moore Stevens Prize for Best Student on MSc Forensic Accounting being presented by Duncan Swift, Dominic Durdle. Claire Fletcher. Justine Gustav. And with distinction, Nafisa Elahi. And with distinction, Balaji Yola. Eunice Na Nyama Corley. Gabriela Lucaido. Imran Namji Merikan. Natalia Petru. Holly Stoner. Marlene Zametz. Rory Legate. Faith Madojugmi. Inkiruka Emineki. This concludes the presentation of students from Accounting and Financial Management.
Chancellor, I present to you the following successful candidates from the Organisational Studies and Human Resource Management. For the award of Bachelor of Arts in Business and Human Resource Management, Mohammed Al-Hamad. Mohammed Al-Mahfoud. Iye Ajanigo Ame. Shanaz Begum. Rabia Buali. Zi Yanchan. Siak Han Chung. Carly Edsa. Matthew Fisher. Melanie Lemoule. Adam Godobe. And with first class, Olusegun Odeyemi. Kwat Kotsi. Dan Dan Sun. Dan Dan Sun. Hiu Tung Tang. Ying Zhang. Tiro Zaliakos. Hamad Ali Al-Bakr. And for the award of Bachelor of Arts in Human Resource Management with first class and the Laurie Mullins Prize for the best student on the BA Human Resource Management Programme, Fionn Bennett. And for the Chartered Institute of Personnel Development Prize for best work placement log on the Human Resource Management Programmes, being presented by Jane Barry, Carly Buckland. And with first class, Zoe Dacken. And with first class, Jessica Demido. And with first class, Catherine Hall. And with first class, Kate Howe. And with first class, Jasmine Marks. And with first class, Connor Stewart. And for the award of Bachelor of Arts in Human Resource Management with Psychology, with first class, Arabella Bess. And with first class, Jessica Morris. For the award of Postgraduate Diploma in Coaching Development with distinction, Leslie Brody. Paul Visian. And for the award of Postgraduate Diploma in Human Resource Management, Yogita Balkanay. Jonathan Davis. Courtney Elkins. Emma Ferrand. Katie Hodgkinson. Karen Honeygold. Sarah Hughes. And with distinction and the Chartered Institute of Personnel Development Prize for Best Overall Performance by a part-time student on a diploma in Human Resource Management, presented by Jane Barry, Sarah McElhenney. Claire Menage. Catherine Price. Claire Scahill. Rebecca Shepherd. Victoria Swanson. Clarice Warrior. Laura Woodward. And for the award of Master of Science in Coaching Development, Jane Hadfield. And with distinction and faculty prize for the best overall student performance on a postgraduate work-based learning program, Paula McLeod. And with distinction, Catherine Timothy. For the award of Master of Science in Human Resource Development, Carol Carson. Cara Tweedy Smith. The award of Master of Science in Human Resource Management, Saka Al-Bassam. Veronica Albornoz D'Amico. May Al-Mansour. Sarah Bignell. Martin Botting. Kerry Collier. Sophia Ganim. Lisa Gridley. Tamsin Jenkins. And with distinction, Kiara McKenna Charlie. And with distinction, and the Chartered Institute of Personnel Development Prize for the best overall performance on the MSc HRM program, HR Development Top-Up, been presented by Jane Barry, Trevor Rawlings. Tara Spragg. For the award of Master of Science in International Human Resource Management, Mofina Ina Onayemi. And the Chartered Institute of Personal Development Prize for the best student on the MSc International Human Resource Management program, presented by Jane Barry, Eleni Paniotou. Vanessa Ramsamy. Katarina Stiliano. Xiaoteng Wang. Lin Wang. Wing Lam Wu. The Master of Science in Leadership Management, Cliff Dedder. Matthew Dickinson. Andrew Eden. Kenise Ferguson. Mandy Frank. And with distinction, Andrea Frost. David Hamer. Paul Hillen. Trevor Hopper. Stephen Johnson. And with distinction, John Jones. And with distinction, JB Monument. And with distinction, Dave Myers. Darren Redgewell. Moira Rowley. Deborah Smith. Gillian Sommers. Paul Spanner. Charlotte Thompson Edgar. Erica Verity. And with distinction, Jan Witz. Stephen Williams. For the award of Master of Science in Training Management Consultancy, Seth George. Michael Hilton. And for the award of Doctor of Philosophy for Program Research in the hidden world of e-learning in small and medium enterprises, supervised by Dr. Sarah Gilmore, Heather Short. And for the award of Doctor of Business Administration on successful completion of a approved topic on professional research and the impact of knowledge management on project success, first supervisor, Professor Ashraf Labib, and that goes to Amared Abubafa Arafa. This concludes the presentation of students from the Organizational Studies and Human Resource Management of today's ceremony.
Chancellor, I present to you Diana Popescu to respond on behalf of the graduates.
Chancellor. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we came here to start our higher education journey or to continue it for a postgraduate program, we knew it is not going to be easy. And I am sure we have all got out of our time here more than we would ever expect. Sometimes time passed strangely slowly, a hypothesis that has been constantly confirmed by the clock in the lecture theater on Friday afternoons. Sometimes time vanished too quickly, especially in close proximity of a deadline. But here we are today to show that time is not an enormous solvent, but a marvelous maker. The time we spent in the University of Portsmouth has expanded our knowledge, broadened our horizons, and offered us unique opportunities. Everything we have offered, everything we have gathered, and everything we have become is summed up today in this celebration of success. And this, my friends, is our success that we are celebrating today. It was us who had the courage and drive to come here. It was us who put in the effort no matter how hard it was. And today it is us who are enjoying the fruit of our labor. Throughout our journey, our efforts have been unfailingly supported by the ones around us. Firstly, in the name of the graduating class of 2016, I would like to say a wholeheartedly thank you to our friends and families, both to those who are here today, filled with pride, and to those who could not be here today, for they are the ones who have constantly been there for us and supported us both emotionally and materially. Thank you. I would personally like to thank my parents and grandparents for their unconditional love and care, and also to my partner Grant and his family for giving me that sense of belongingness. I am lucky to have you all. Secondly, I would like to thank our lecturers, tutors, and the rest of the academic staff. Thank you for inspiring us, empowering and encouraging us, for educating us, and sharing your knowledge with us, for being patient and understanding, and for doing your best to make even the dullest topics interesting. Without your help, we would not be here today. A wise man once said that the essential is invisible to the eye. I would therefore like to take a moment to thank those who, despite not always being visible, offered their assistance and expertise to keep us going. The school office staff, the library staff, the academic skills unit, the course administrators, and all the other unseen heroes. And of course, a special thank you to the Academic Registry Office for organizing and coordinating this beautiful ceremony. Finally, I am going to give you some bad news. This is not a time to relax. The world needs our proactivity, our knowledge, our hard work, and our dedication. There are still things out there that need to be changed. There are still problems that need to be solved. And given the education we received, I am sure that we will all live up to what is expected from us. Congratulations, class of 2016. I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Well, look at you. You did it. How fantastic. Look at them. Aren't they great? Brilliant. And I expect what you want most at this moment is a really long speech from a small woman dressed as a wizard, I think. Well, I will try and cut to the chase and provide a potted version of the few things that I would wish to say to you. First of all, let me address the mature students who graduated today. I doubt I have anything valuable. Yes! I doubt I have anything valuable to pass on to you. You have already made the brilliant decision to continue your education, and I salute you. Let's hear it for the mature students. But what about you brilliant young people? Well, first of all, you are brilliant young people, and don't let anyone in the older generation tell you otherwise. I have every faith in you and can only apologize from the bottom of my heart for the many messes my generation has been responsible for. There are, however, a few things I would suggest to you. First of all, be in the moment. Well, what does that mean? Instead of tweeting and texting people who are not with you that you are having a wonderful time, try having a wonderful time with the people you are actually with. Sometimes that may even be your parents, and now that you are officially grown up, you may be shocked to discover there is more to them than you thought. If eventually you do have kids of your own, can I just pass on a simple rule of thumb that I learnt? Never have more children than you have car windows. Lesson learnt. Parents, a quick note to you. There may also be more to your kids than you thought, and you will soon discover this, as even children with degrees are unlikely to leave home, so good luck with that. Take the time to consider others. If you don't, then one day they may well fail to consider you. If you have religion in your life, good for you. I hope it brings you comfort, but use it for good and not to set yourself above or apart from anyone else. At the core of all religion is the single word, and that word is love. Have passion and compassion in equal measure. Don't dwell on your failures, learn from them. You know, if you're running a race and you fall over a stick, standing and staring at the stick is not going to help you to finish the race. What about work? I believe the world is your oyster. If Boris Johnson can become Foreign Secretary, frankly, there's no limit for anyone. However, if you ever have a job which bores you rigid, leave. Life is too short. And never settle for anything less in a partner than someone who enhances your life, who helps make you the finest person you can be. Be on your own rather than put up with unhappiness or unkindness. So what else? Beauty. Wow, you all look so beautiful today, and that's because you're young. The bad news, it's not going to last, okay? Boys, your hair is going to go. Girls, you don't want to know what's going to go. But here is the good news. Your inner beauty knows no bounds. Always remember that your brain and your store of knowledge, even with a degree, is simply in its infancy. Think of the books there are to read, the music there is to listen to, and the art there is to get lost in. I envy you the journey ahead. Seek it out. Never, ever stop learning. And fight for what you believe in. So it seems probably odd, but nothing pleases me more than occasionally seeing people in a rage. Life is nothing without passion, and if you are passionate about things, then sometimes you will need to get angry. So a few years ago, there were protests in London about the appalling increase in university fees which your generation has suffered. And my son was 16 at the time, and he phoned me up and asked me if he could participate. And I said to him, darling, here's a key thing you need to learn about protests. You don't ask your mother, you just get on with it. So I'm not inciting you to protest about anything today. That would make me the worst chancellor on the planet. And anyway, it's far too wonderful an occasion. But I am encouraging you, particularly in the current climate, to participate in what happens in the world. And at the same time, allow for the possibility that you might sometimes be mistaken. Consider the early 20th century Russian physician Alexander Bogdanov, who experimented with blood transfusion in search for eternal youth. So after 11 transfusions, which he performed on himself, he declared that he had suspended his balding and improved his eyesight. In fact, he had infected himself with malaria and tuberculosis and died shortly afterwards. So be aware that being certain you are right may blinker you to the big picture. It is politicians with entrenched views and closed minds who have landed us where we are today. Listen as much as you lecture. I'm running out of time. It's a honestly common feeling at my age. So I'm going to leave you with this, and I think it's true for everybody in the room. Sometimes rough things happen to us all, but we can get through them. I think about Beethoven, his Ode to Joy. It's probably my favorite piece of music. It comes, of course, from the Ninth Symphony. It is a work of genius. By the time the symphony was ready to be performed, Beethoven had gone deaf. Can you imagine such a thing? What an irony in life, and how tragic. He was the one person who never heard that glorious piece. Nevertheless, on the night of the premiere, he was seen running through the streets of Vienna shouting, "Grab life by the throat." Do that, for that is the best advice of all. Go change the world. It wants doing, and I know you can do it. Many congratulations. I formally declare this congregation of the University of Portsmouth closed. Please be upstanding.